Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crochet. Today is Monday, May 24th. Right, Monday of the long weekend. It was a long weekend here. We had two of our sons and one girlfriend like one of their girlfriends come to visit for the weekend. It wasn't much of a social visit because we had them working, but hey. Anyway, I thought it's been a little while. I'm not even sure how long, maybe a week or two since I've been on, but I figured I'd come on and show you what I've been up to up until now. And I also have a little bit of happy mail. Okay, the first thing that I made, okay, I'm gonna just put in a little clip of me twirling in it. Okay, so I knitted this top. It is not perfect, but I'm gonna wear it anyway. And it is a little on the warm side because I held 2 strands of ice cream, or Lion Brand ice cream yarn in the color Mochi. And I'll tell you in a minute why I held it double. It's a number 3, so yeah, it's a little warm, but that's okay. There is no pattern for this. I wanted to just practice knitting, and I did it all continental, so held the yarn in my left hand. So I just wanted to practice the knitting, and so I started with a tube. Now, obviously I've made the first mistake was I did do a ribbing, but only 2 rows, so obviously that's not enough. The stockinette is winning. So it does curl a little here. And then when I got to like this, I said, okay, well, that looks like it's under my arm. And then I went looking for decreases in knitting. And so I did left leaning decrease, right leaning decrease, and I did 1 section. And then I went and did this section, and so on and so forth. So 4 separate sections, and then I seamed at the top. So not the greatest seam, and not the greatest, my edges are curling. That's okay, just in case is the bra strap. So it kind of works in my favor, but next time I'll learn a better edging. I believe some people say slip the first stitch. So I am so happy with this. I knitted a wearable. I mean, this is not my first knitted. I did knit a sweater before, but you know, this was I winged it. And it fits, so it's perfect. Now the reason that I did it in 2 strands, and I'm gonna show you. So I have quite a lot of this, and so if you look at it, the breaks are quite harsh, and I wanted a more softer, like I knew it was gonna be stripes, but I wanted softer breaks. And I did up a little swatch, which I turned into a little blanket. You see how the colors are harsh compared to the top. So what I did was I took 2 balls, and I started them, held them together, but I started them at different color points. So I believe at the beginning it was a gray and a white. And I purposefully cut out the first section of gray so that I could start with the gray and the white. And that's what you get. You get this mottled look because the color changes happen at different intervals. So I really like that. But I made this little blanket just to show you the difference. Well, I was gonna make a swatch, but then I realized, hey, I'm making little angel baby blankets. Why don't I just make it into a blanket? Now, I did not weave in the ends because I do believe this is too narrow. I'm not sure, so I might have to add to this. But I knitted just so you can see. Let me see. See the difference? I love this more. And then out of the 2 balls that I used, I had enough for the tank, the little blanket, and I crocheted a little hat. Yeah. So cute. So this will be a set for my friend for the angel babies. And my top. I am so proud of this. This was just out of my head. Nobody well, I shouldn't say nobody taught me, because I did have to look up the decreases. But I'm very, very pleased with this. So I got that done. And then I made another top. Hold on. I had ordered some of this Cotton Supreme Waves from Aberdeen's Wool. And this is Universal Yarns. And it is, hold on, I think it's 100% cotton. 100% cotton, and you get 230 yards. And what else do I need to tell you? What's the color? The color is Gemstones. See that? And the reason I bought this was because I saw this pattern a while ago and I wanted to make it. It's a free pattern. I'll leave the link down below. I believe it's a free pattern. And it just says, a magic ball of your choice. She used, I don't know what she used, but it's a 50 cotton, 50 acrylic blend. Doesn't say what size yarn. So I ordered this because I wanted to make this. So this is a number 3. It is buttery soft. Let me tell you, and just look at those colors. So I made this top. I'm gonna put in a video of me twirling in this. Okay, so this is the top. And this is the back. I love it so much, and it was the easiest project ever. It is so easy. It's like working, and you actually kind of like work in the round. So you make, I don't know, oh, it's seamed up. But you basically, you know, you start here and then you go around and round until you get to the size that you want, and you seam it and leave the holes for your arms however big you want. And she's smart. She gets you to make this chain and put it aside until you're finished, so that your chain matches the first color that you start the ball with. That's ingenious. I wouldn't have thought of that. But anyway, I love it so much, and it is so light, so buttery, so soft. I've been wearing the heck out of this. It probably needs to be washed now. I love it, love it so much. And I love this yarn so much that I bought another color. This color is Strawberry Swirl. Yes. Speaking of this is going to be a knit top. And I found a pattern, and I've been working on it and using this yarn, and I came across some issues. So I had to put that aside to practice some things that I had some issues with. And in particular was the right-leaning, make one right, make one left. I made a mess. I had to pull it out so many times. So I thought, why don't I just work on a swatch and practice those? And look, I made a swatch and I practiced, and it's not perfect by any means, but it looks like a right leaning and left leaning, or make one right, make one left. I love it. They're increases. So anyway, so now that I've practiced on this, I feel confident enough, not perfect, confident enough to tackle the top. The top is kicking my you-know-what a little bit, because I'm not sure. When I talk about it, I'll let you guys know what pattern I'm talking about. But anyway, so I know you guys think that, why is she showing us a swatch? I am so proud of this swatch. So proud that I was able to, sorry about I've been in the garden, my fingernails are filthy. I am so proud of this swatch. Anyway, all right, so bought some more yarn. One last thing that I have to show you, is probably too warm for this. A while ago, I found an online yarn store. Well, it's called Belfast Mini Mills, and I believe they're in, where are they? Nova Scotia or PI. Anyway, I'll leave the link for them. They even have a YouTube channel. It's a knitting YouTube channel, and they just sit and talk back and forth, which is okay. But basically, Belfast Mini Mills makes wool machinery. And I guess they were smart enough to set aside a building to set up all this machinery to show to prospective buyers, and so they get to use this machinery. So they make yarn, and I'm gonna leave a link for them. There, I find it's all. I think there is no acrylic. It's all wool and specialty fibers, but I think they're reasonably priced if you like wool, which I do. Anyway, I found them, and I had ordered some wool. They're gifts, so I'm not gonna show you. But on here, they had Samoyed dog yarn. And this is 75% Samoyed, 25% merino wool. You get 125 yards. And, oh, Prince Edward Island. Yes, Prince Edward Island. And this is all I have left. I'm gonna try to zoom it in. Look how soft. And let me tell you, everybody that I've told about this, they're going, you're wearing dog fur? Yep, I'm not allergic. And I made the Dobrilla hat. This is a specialty yarn for me, because I've heard that Samoyed is extremely soft and extremely warm. And someone was saying, or who was I watching? I don't even know. Someone was saying that Samoyed has to be spun with wool. Otherwise, if it was just Samoyed, it would be way too warm. So next winter, I'm gonna test this out. But let me tell you, oh, it's so soft. If you're allergic, it's probably not for you. Anyway, I made the Dobrilla hat. So it's a specialty skein for me, and I made the Dobrilla hat. Look at that. Isn't it great? I'm gonna try, I don't even know where this, I keep saying that. This hat has no seam, or I can't find it. Isn't this adorable? I made it fit me perfectly. I love it so much. It is warm, but it is buttery soft. I love it so much. So anyway, if you're not allergic, you might want to splurge and make something. You don't get a lot. Like I said, it's 125 yards, so you probably have enough for a hat or something, a small cowl, but it is soft. I feel so special because it's a unique yarn. Look, it's got a halo. Look at that. It's not a huge halo, but there is a halo, but it's soft. So I might order some more and make a pair of mitts out of it. So anyway, I made that as well. What else? Now, I have some happy mail. First of all, the lovely Z sent me a little something. Or she sent me some of her swag. She calls me Palsy Walsy. She sent me a card, and I got Yarn is Life sticker. Everybody in my house knows this term because I say it all the time. 1-800-Z touched me. Got some of that. Hold on. And I got a Yarn is Life pin. That'll go on my bag that I collect things. There is Yarn is Life metal pin. Hold on. I'm gonna have to start another bag. And a keychain. Look at this, an acrylic keychain. I love it so much. I love it because the color, they're so vibrant. And I know that Claudia from Crochet Luna designed this. So Z, thank you so much. I love you so much. Mwah! That was for Z. Thank you so much. That was so unexpected and so greatly appreciated. And then the next little happy mail that I got was from a fellow Canadian, and we've emailed each other a few times over the last couple of years. She asked me if I wear wool socks. I'm like, yes. she made me wool socks. Look at these! She said, I had this yard and it made me think of you. And I'm like, it so does. It makes me think of me too. Look at that. I love it. And they fit perfectly. If I remember, I'll put in a picture of me wearing the socks. They're so awesome. I love them so much. It's a little warm to be wearing that now. But this was made by Mary Jane. I believe she used to be in Newfoundland, now she's back in Nova Scotia. But I think everybody calls her MJ. Anyway, thank you, MJ. I love them so much. And another thing, this is a woman after my own heart. Her note was on an envelope, right on the envelope. That's me. That is me. I write on envelopes. If you know, why waste a perfectly good envelope? I love that so much. Anyway, so thank you, MJ. That was amazing. I love them so much, and they are perfect. Absolutely perfect. I have no idea when I did knit a pair of socks using worsted weight for my husband, but that was a while ago, and they're full of holes. He still wears them. But I don't know when I'm ever gonna get around to, I'm assuming this is sock weight. I'll probably never make socks. I don't even want to get into my theories on knitted socks. Okay, and that's all I have. And we're at 16 minutes. Yes, the last thing I wanted to say was I got tagged by Anna's Crafty Amore on the 10 crochet knitting questions tag. I've answered these over the years many times, but I'm just gonna pick a couple to answer. How long have you been crocheting and or knitting? I want to say it was 2021. I think I started in 2016. That's when I started crocheting. Knitting, much later than that. How'd you learn to crochet and knit? YouTube, that's it. I don't know anybody who crochets and knits. And what made you want to learn to crochet or knit? I had a broken leg, and no, that's why I started the channel. I had retired, and I'm a ball of nerves kind of person. I hold a lot of things in, and my doctor said, you need something for stresses in your life. You need something that's gonna that you can hyper focus on and not have your brain wander off. That's how I started knitting and crocheting. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna answer off of that. There's a lot of challenges and tags going on. To be honest with you, I'm getting a little tagged out. But I was tagged in another tag by Sabrina Melodieuse, and it was the 10 non-yarny tag questions. I did answer this a year or a year and a half ago. So if you're interested in that, I will leave a link for that video down below. But I did answer it quite a long time ago. So that's all I have. I'm so happy that the warm weather's here. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend, and I hope this future coming week is fabulous, and we will talk soon.